Okay, at this point we're going to go ahead and transfer into a McMaster's slide. Again, like the microscope, this is your one piece of equipment that's a little bit more expensive. These typically run between $15 and $20 a piece. At the end of the video, we've got a website where we can show you where you can order these directly. They're available to anybody. You don't have to be a veterinarian to order them. They're set up with a little grid. If you look at them very closely, typically they come in etched blue or green. These are blue, really like the green ones also. They're very high contrast, very easy to see under a microscope. And what we'll do under the microscope is that we're going to focus on a corner of one of these grids, and then this is where I said the mechanical stage is so important. We have to go up and down each grid while we count the eggs, parasite eggs, in each track or each line. We're going to count all of the parasite eggs in both sides, and then we're going to multiply by 40. And that's the dilution factor that tells us the final number of eggs per gram of feces. Hold about a half a milliliter of fluid total. So you need to fill up your little eyedropper with between half and 1 full milliliter. Lay it in, put right on the tip of the slide, and gently squeeze. You don't want to have a lot of air bubbles in here. And then just kind of the capillary action will fill the slide up. You want to completely fill the chamber, front to back, top to bottom. Again, gently, slowly and gently, so you don't have any air bubbles. Stir again. Always want to stir your sample again because these parasite eggs rise to the top fairly fast. So if you don't stir up, you're not going to have a good representative sample. At this point again, you want to sit there and wait for a couple of minutes. There is a little bit of space between the two layers of these slides. We want to give these parasite eggs a chance to float up to the top of that layer. When we get to the microscope, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on a corner of this, bring that into very sharp focus, and then we're going to go a little bit down from there because the eggs are actually laying in a layer underneath that top slide. Again, typically 4 or 5 minutes you want to wait through here. Up and down, you want to follow the pattern, up, down, up, down, up, down. Count the total number of parasite eggs on both slides. That number you multiply again in this particular preparation by 40, and that gives us the number of eggs per gram. Where the important part now is we've got a couple of things we do with the number of eggs per gram. Either we will use that as a screening test. If the goat has got above 1,000, 2,000, whatever our cutoff is for the project, we go ahead and treat the animal. The other thing, and this is where it's most important at the farm level, is you do this, you worm your goats, you come back in 10 days and you do it again. So even if you're not super precise with your procedure, as long as you do it the same way every time, so that your results are pretty standard, that way if you start out and you've got 40 or 50 parasite eggs on this slide, which is equivalent to 1,600 to 2,000 eggs per gram, and you come back 10 days later after you treat, now you've only got 3 or 4 to 150 to 200, then you know your wormer was effective. If you still got a full number of parasites on the eggs, you know you've just wasted your money basically, and you need to go back and treat the goats with another product of dewormer.